pray. Dear Lord, as we come to you this evening, I'd like to thank you for the blessings you bestowed upon us, dear Lord. We ask you to keep all the drivers, the fans, the crews, and everybody here on the ground safe, dear Lord. Have some safe and fun, clean racing, dear Lord, and keep them safe on their way home as well. Once again, I'd like to thank you for allowing us to gather here, dear Lord, and thank you for all the blessings. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. And now for our national anthem.
Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the o'er the rampart we walk, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, there you have it. Let's go racing, red plates. All right, red plate drivers fixing to do battle. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. First feature of the evening. Cash Harrison out of Gallivan's Ferry, South Carolina. Charlie Wingard out of Manning, South Carolina. Wyatt Paisley out of Elon, North Carolina. Diesel Hobbs out of Athens, Alabama. Becca Murray out of Burlington, North Carolina. Devin Harden Jr. out of Horn Lake, Mississippi. Lincoln Marsh out of Silver City, North Carolina. Here we go. I believe we're going to come green next time by, or this time by, excuse me. Junior 2 warm-ups, y'all are next. Junior 2 warm-ups, y'all are next. So here we go. Cash Harrison, Charlie Wingard, Wyatt Paisley. Green, green, green. Charlie Wingard makes an early move, but wasn't able to pull it off. So Cash Harrison still out front. Charlie Wingard in second. Wyatt Paisley in third. Single file throughout the speedway. Cash Harrison leads the charge. Charlie Wingard in that second spot, trying to make some moves. Diesel Hobbs in fourth. He's going to try to make a move on third place. Wyatt Paisley there. Becca Murray and that other number 5's right there in the fifth spot. Once again, Junior 2 warm-ups, y'all are up next. Junior 2 warm-ups, y'all are up next. And this is also a 15-lap feature event. Cash Hairston's opened it up over the second place Charlie Wingard, about a half a straightaway. Still third, fourth, and fifth under blanket. Wyatt Paisley, Diesel Hobbs, and Beckham Murray all right there. There goes Diesel. He looked to the inside but was unable to do anything as we are halfway through this feature event. Cash Hairston still out front. Still battling hot and heavy for that third, fourth, and fifth spot. Nobody able to make a move. We got a little lap machine there. I believe that is Devin Harden Jr., so Devin does a good job getting out of the way. There goes Diesel Hobbs to the inside of the 89, but unable to make the pass. How about this? A scorcher of a pace being put down by Cash Hairston, the Gallivant Ferry driver, out front. Junior 2 warm-ups. Y'all need to be getting to stage in Junior 2 warm-ups. Here comes your leader, and look at the battle he is coming upon. If he can just really ride, I believe he's got it here, but he's going to come to 2 laps to go. He's not wasting any time. Oh, that's not going to work, or does it? Oh, over the top goes the 89 of Wyatt Paisley. Checkered flag for the 007 of Cash Hairston. So checkered flag, wild last lap there, but Cash Hairston ends picking up the win. So how about him? Gallivant Ferry, South Carolina, your QSC red plate winner, Cash Hairston. Junior 2 warm-ups to staging. Junior 2 warm-ups to staging. All right, timer has sounded. Junior 2 warm-ups. Timer has sounded. Junior 2 warm-ups. Y'all need to be getting to the grid, please. Junior 2 warm-ups. Y'all need to be to the grid once the timer expires. Once the timer expires, y'all are on to the track. So once again, Junior 2 warm-ups, you're all on the clock. Once again, last and final call. Junior 2 warm-ups, your feature is next. Junior 2 warm-ups, your feature is next. Last and final call, Bentley White. You'll have 2 laps to come out here on the track. Bentley White, you have 2 laps. If not, we're going green. All right, here we go. Junior 2 warm-up, 15 lap, $300 to win. Scheduled to start out for Hepzibah, Georgia, the 94 of Braden Chavis. The 89 out of Elon, North Carolina will be Raylan Morris. Starting third out of South Boston, Virginia is Declan Willis. Out of Cordova, Alabama is John Martin Hensley. Behind him, out of Baldwin, Georgia is Hudson Barrett. The 801 out of Copper Hill, Virginia is Grayson Underwood. Out of Watertown, New York is Grayson Adderley. Out of Woodruff, South Carolina will be Jet Harrison. Number 84 out of Summerville, South Carolina, Bentley White. And the B1 out of Phoenix City is Henry Honeycutt. There is our missing 84. Bentley White, he'll join the field. All right, I believe we got them lined up where they needs to be. I believe we're going to come to 1 to go. Go green next time. 15 laps, 300 to win here in this Junior 2 warm-up division. Clone Light drivers, your feature is next. So go ahead and get them ready and start easing towards the grid. Clone Lights, your feature is up next. Here we go. Raylan Morris, Declan Willis, John Hensley, Hudson Barrett, your top 5 coming to green. Chavis on the gas. Morris sleeping a little bit. Here we go. Green flag. Nose to tail, no movement so far. Everybody minding their P's and Q's. Braden Chavis will lead lap 1. Starting to get doubled up further back as the 94 of Hudson Barrett falls back a couple spots. Braden Chavis still leading the charge with Raylan Morris in second. Declan Willis in that blue rod in third. Here comes your battle for fourth. That's going to stack them up. John Hensley had to defend, and it slowed the whole momentum down. Grayson Underwood falls back a few spots. John Hensley trying to hang on, but they're going to freight train around the inside of him. Meanwhile, up front, the battle is starting to heat up for the lead. Braden Chavis trying to hang off Raylan Morris. Raylan's right there. Where will Raylan make the move? As you can see, Grayson Adderley back there up to 5th spot. Declan Willis, he's all by his lonesome there in 3rd spot. Got nobody around him. So Braden Chavis, Raylan Morris still 1 and 2. You have to think, is Raylan Morris saving anything, or can he just not get around Braden Chavis? As the race is winding down, as we had one pull off over there, that is John Hensley. As we are halfway this time. Braden Chavis still your leader. Raylan Morris in second. Declan Willis in third. Hudson Barrett in that fourth spot. And the 99 of Grayson Adley still in fifth. Grayson Underwood's in sixth. Bentley White and Henry Honeycutt. Excuse me, Jet Harrison back there in the back. But Braden Chavis, he has started to pull away from Raylan Morris. So Raylan unable to close in, especially with this race winding down. Once again, Clone Lights, y'all are up next. Clone Lights, y'all are up next. Little Braden, here he comes. 2 laps to go here in Junior 2 warm-ups. White flag waving one more time around for the 94 machine. Down the back stretch through turns 3 and 4 out of Hepzibah, Georgia, Braden Chavis, your Junior 2 warm-up feature event winner. Raylan Morris second. Declan Willis third. Hudson Barrett fourth. And the 99 of Grayson Adley grabs the fifth spot. Congratulations, Braden Chavis, your Junior 2 warm-up winner. All right, air horn has sounded. Clone Lights, y'all are on the clock. We need all 18 of you to the staging lanes for your feature event, please. Clone Light drivers, we need all of you to the staging lanes for your feature event. Carts on the ground and ready to go. Once again, Clone Light drivers, we need y'all to stage and please. Carts on the ground. Clone Light drivers, we need y'all to stage and please. Carts on the ground. All right, once again, Clone Lights. You have about 30 seconds, 30-second drivers, before we send y'all on to the track. All right, here we go. Clone Lights onto the track. Starting out front, the 96 out of Wacoma, North Carolina, Ryan Joyner. Behind him, out of Lancaster, South Carolina, Jamie Knopf. The 811 of Chase Williamson out of Lake City, South Carolina. Out of Conway, South Carolina, is Timothy Holmes in the 05. It'll be Jaden Cordell in the 9 out of Rockwell, North Carolina. Bryson Murray out of Bellows Creek, North Carolina in the 100. Tommy Botter out of Conway, South Carolina, the 119. Cole Johnson out of Conway, South Carolina in the 33. Behind him, Bradley Carter out of Florence, South Carolina in the 151. The 1 out of Pendleton, South Carolina is Dylan Dove. The 21C out of Woodworth, Louisiana is Colin Stewart. 7X out of Covington, Louisiana is Tyler Blazak. 59 out of Taviona is Chris Cook. Brother Lewis out of McGee, Mississippi in the number 7. Jared Pike out of Cedartown in the 135. Chase Covan, the Lexington, South Carolina 04. Tanner Moss out of Mumford, Tennessee in the 73. And Jesse Pontello out of St. Catharines, Ontario in the 977. All right, going to reset your top 5 here. Ryan Joyner in the 96, Jamie Knopf the 48, Chase Williamson the 811, Timothy Holmes 05, and Jaden Cordell in the number 9. We're coming to green next time around. All right, here we go. 15 laps, $500 to win for these clone lights. Ryan Joyner, nice, slow, and steady pace. He's going to pick up the gas, and here we go. Clone lights. Nose to tail, as we got one or a couple of them scattered around in turn 2. So caution is out with that Tyler Blazak, Chris Cook. Nose to tail. So that was their run attempt. Going to be a complete restart. So once again, complete restart here. All right, here we go. Coming to green next time by. Flagman signaling 1 to go. Here we go. Ryan Joyner doing a good, slow, steady pace once again. Here he goes. He's on the gas. And here we go. Back trying again. Green underway. 0 laps complete. Much more orderly start that time. Colin Stewart, he'll duck out low about mid-pack. He'll push back in line. We're going to go 2 and 3 wide back there. Here comes the 151, Bradley Carter. He'll make a move, as does the 100 of Bryson Murray up to 5th. Hobby 425, you're next. Hobby 425, y'all are next. Ryan Joyner looking good out front. Here comes the moves, trying to make some moves at least for second on back. Here we go, 0-5, Timothy Holmes up to 3rd. Holmes will get a bump there. Here comes the 811. Chase Williamson trying to make up some ground he lost. Ryan Joyner still way out front. Here comes the 100 of Bryson Murray. Him and Chase Williamson doing battle there. There goes a 0-5 of Timothy Holmes. He makes his way up to 3rd. So we got one off the track. And 2 more off the track down there. Ryan Joyner still out front. Here comes your battle for 3rd. Bryson Murray, he's been in a battle the whole race, it seems like. Those 2 are going to lean on one another. Look at the contact. That's not going to go over well. As off in the grass, as I believe we're going to stay green. Oh, more contact in turn 4. We're staying green. 5 laps to go for Ryan Joyner out front. He's ahead of all the action as we got action everywhere. 05 is Timothy Holmes. He's trying to run Joyner down, but he's going to have to cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. Chase Williamson in that 3rd spot. Two laps to go. White flag one more time around for Ryan Joyner. He's been out front the whole way. Hadn't had to deal with all the action. That's where you want to be. Down the back straightaway. Into turn 3 and out of turn number 4 out of Lucama, North Carolina. Ryan Joyner, your winner. Timothy Holmes second, and the 811 of Chase Williamson finishes 3rd. Congratulations, Ryan Joyner, your Clone Light winner. All right, air horn is sounded. Timer has started. Hobby 425s. Y'all need to be in staging. Hobby 425s. Once again, the last and final call, Hobby 425. Hobby 425. All right, next up will be the Hobby 425s. Future Stars, 250 Reds. Future Stars, 250 drivers. Y'all are up next. Future Stars, y'all are up next for your feature event. Once again, Future Stars, we go ahead and get into staging. I believe we're fixing to send out our hobby drivers. All right, here we go. Hobby 425. Schedule start out front out of Ladson, South Carolina's Stacy Avens in the 151 out of Aiken, South Carolina. The 04 of Joey Bauman. Out of Elon, North Carolina, Brandon McNeil in the 70. And out of Irwin, North Carolina, Dwayne Wade, not the basketball player, in the 111. Future Stars, you're up next. Future Stars, y'all are up next for your feature, Future Stars. All right, here we go. We got 4 drivers doing battle here, trying to get the Hobby 425 crown. Stacy Avens. Out front. Also, once again, a quick reminder, once you get through racing, turn in your transponders at the registration building on the table. Here we go, green flag, Hobby 425s. Stacy Avens, Joey Bauman, and Brandon McNeil. Top 3 out front, Dwayne Wade waiting in the wings. Here comes a battle for the lead. Joey Bauman to the inside and takes the lead away from Stacy Avens. So put Joey Bauman in that 04 out front. Here comes Dwayne Wade. I told you he's waiting in the wings. He'll make a move for 3rd. Put Brandon McNeil back to 4th. Good racing so far in this one. Is Joey Bauman out front. Stacy Avens, your pole sitter, is slipped to 2nd. 111, Dwayne Wade. He started 4th. He is looking to make some moves here as he's going to try to close it in to the back bumper of Stacy Avens for that 2nd spot. He looks to the outside, so he's going to try a crossover, and he does a beautiful one. Put Dwayne Wade up to 2nd. Moves Stacy Avens. He's on the backward slide back to 3rd. Now under attack from Brandon McNeil. Oh, around goes your pole sitter on the top of turn 2. I believe he has beached it over there at the top of 2, and that will fly the caution. Hot and heavy battling with that 70 of Brandon McNeil, and like I said, your pole sitter, Stacy Avens, was on the backward slide, and away it went. Once again, Future Star Drivers, your feature is up next. Future Star Drivers, your feature is up next. So resetting your lineup here. Is the 04 of Joey Bauman, the 111 of Dwayne Wade, the 70 of Brandon McNeil, and the 151 of Stacy Avens. All right, here we go. Joey Bauman out front and on the gas, back green and underway. Dwayne Wade now, since he's right there with Joey, can he make a move in that white 111? Joey Bauman took the early lead and has stayed up there, but Dwayne Wade and Brandon McNeil's right there behind him. Here comes Dwayne. He's going to have a run. He'll take it to the inside. Goes Dwayne Wade, and up and out of the groove goes the 04 of Joey Bauman. Caution is out. The caution flies there. The 04 Joey Bauman not in a good spot. So unfortunate there for Joey Bauman. I think Dwayne Wade's move kind of spooked him there. So I think Dwayne kind of spooked him, and Joey slid up and out of the groove he went and around he went. So we'll see if Joey will rejoin or take it to the pits. I believe he'll rejoin. He says, I think there's 4 cars. I still got a fighting chance. So we'll put Joey Bauman in that black and pink 04 to that 4th spot. So Dwayne Wade back out front. Brandon McNeil will line up second. Stacy Avens and then Joey Bauman. Once again, Future Stars, you're next. Future Stars. All right, here we go. Dwayne Wade on the gas. Back green underway. Nose to tail. All 4 of these drivers still got a chance. Here comes the 151. Thought he's going to make a move of Stacy Avens. Unable to do so. He might try it here. Doesn't have enough mo to do it. Here comes Joey Bauman to the inside of Avens. Joey goes back to 3rd, trying to set his sights on the leaders. We are halfway through. Dwayne Wade, like I said, he started in that 4th spot, just eased his way on up through there. Brandon McNeil started 3rd, up to 2nd, looking for another spot. Looking a little bit tight there coming out of 2. Maybe losing some speed there, but looks pretty good through 3 and 4 here. 5 laps to go. Dwayne Wade looking good out front. Nobody able to really make a move right now. They've all kind of equaled out. Dwayne Wade starting to ease away. 2 laps to go. Here we go. White flag one more time around for the 111 ride. Might have us a late battle back here for 3rd, but I think that battle fizzled away just there. So here we go. Coming out of turn 4 out of Irwin, North Carolina, Dwayne Wade, your Hobby 425 feature winner. Brandon McNeil 2nd. And Joey Bauman in 4th. So congratulations to Dwayne Wade, not the basketball player out of Irwin, North Carolina. Future Stars, you're next up for your feature. Future Stars, y'all are next up for your feature event. Pro Junior 2s. Pro Junior 2s, y'all need to be getting lined up for your feature. Pro Junior 2s, y'all need to be getting lined up for your feature event, please. All right, here we go. 12-lap Future Star Red Plate feature event. Schedule start out front. Out of Gallivant Ferry, South Carolina, the 007 of Cash Hairston. Out of Manning, South Carolina, the 215 of Charlie Wingard. Out of Athens, Alabama, is the 5 of Diesel Hobbs. Out of Elon, North Carolina, is the 89 of Wyatt Paisley. Out of Burlington, North Carolina, is the 5M of Becca Murray. Out of Horn Lake, Mississippi, 07 Junior of Devin Harden Jr. So I believe we're missing at least one or two of them. All right, here we go. Looks like we're missing Pays the White Lincoln Marsh, but here we go. Green flag. Nose the tail for that lead spot. Cash Hairston, Charlie Wingard. Nose the tail. Here comes Charlie Wingard. He's on the back bumper of Cash Hairston. Can he make a move? Looking down the back straightaway. He'll stay glued to the back bumper. Cash Hairston. Dark blue and orange ride. Charlie Wingard. And that black and orange and pink looking ride there. As Cash pulls away a little bit there that lap. We'll see what Charlie's going to plan to do here. Once again, Pro Junior 2s, your feature is next up. Pro Junior 2s, your feature is next up. Diesel Hobbs still back there in that third spot with Becca Murray behind him. Devin Harden Jr. out there as well. So that was your lap machine of Devin Harden Jr. down in the mud. Will stay green. Cash Hairston still out front in the blue and orange 007. Charlie Wingard unable to make any moves. Once again, Pro Junior 2's up next. Pro Junior 2's up next. Two laps to go. White flag, 1 lap to go. Through 3 and 4, checkered flag will wave. Cash Hairston out of Gallivant Ferry, South Carolina winner. Charlie Wingard in second, Diesel Hobbs in third, Becca Murray in fourth. Congratulations out of Gallivant Ferry, South Carolina, Cash Hairston. Also, thanks to our special flagman up here. We've had a few little ones up here doing a mighty fine job. So congratulations once again to that 007 round of Cash Hairston, future star winner. All right, horn has sounded. Timer has started. Pro Junior 2s. Y'all need to be getting lined up for your feature, please. Pro Junior 2s. Once again, Pro Junior 2s. We need y'all in staging, please. Pro Junior 2s. Your feature is coming up. Also, once again, friendly reminder, if you get done racing for the evening, turn in those transponders over at the registration building on the table in there. That's where you signed up at, so be sure to turn in those transponders in over at the registration building on the table where you signed in at. So, friendly reminder there. Last and final call, Pro Junior 2s. Last final call, Pro Junior 2s. Clone Mediums, you're up next. Clone Mediums, you are up next. So get them ready, drivers. All right, 30 seconds, drivers. Pro Junior 2s, you got 30 seconds. You're not there, you are done. All right, here we go. 15-lap Pro Junior 2 feature rolling out on the track. Out of Hepzibah, Georgia, the 94, Braden Chavis will lead them to greens. Then got one win already. Out of Elon, North Carolina, the 89 of Raylan Morris. Starting third out of South Boston, Virginia's Declan Willis. Starting fourth out of Somerville, South Carolina is Bentley White. Starting fifth out of Cordova is 135 of John Martin Hensley. Starting sixth out of Copper Hill, Virginia is the 801 of Grayson Underwood. Starting seventh out of Watertown, New York of Grayson Adderley. Eighth out of 94 of Hudson Barrett. Henry Honeycutt in the B1 and Jet Harrison in the 31. All right, here we go. 15 laps. We'll do the distance. Clone Mediums, you're next. Clone Mediums, your feature is next. Here we go, Braden Chavis. Good little pace down the back. Raylan Morris doing like he did in that last feature, laying back, trying to get a run. Here we go, green flag. It worked out a little bit for Raylan there. Let's see if he can take advantage of it. Not able to make a move as 99 Grayson Addison. Oh, they got him tangled in turns 3 and 4. Caution is out. So caution is out for all cars completed the lap. So it will be a complete restart. So once again, complete restart. All drivers did not make it back to the flag. All right, got everybody back to their original spots. Complete restart. Let's check out the games between Braden Chavis, Raylan Morris. See if Raylan, he'll lay back at this time, and he does. Braden, looks like where we are. We're gonna go green. Here we go. Clean and green here through this first lap. One lap complete. Braden Chavis, Raylan Morris, Declan Willis, your top three. Here goes Hudson Barrett around for another position gain. Ooh, Declan Willis, 100 ride. He had a little bit of a moment there in that third spot. He'll hang on to it. Braden Chavis, Raylan Morris still out front. Here comes the 135 of John Hensley. He'll make a move. He'll move up into the fourth spot around Bentley White. Braden Chavis out front. Raylan Moore starting to reel him in. Battling hot and heavy are John Hensley and Bentley White back there for fourth and fifth. Bentley will go back to the inside of John Hensley, and he'll take it back away. You'll see if John Hensley will try to charge back. Meanwhile, out front, Braden Chavis looking nice and steady. Raylan Morse a little loose. Clone Mediums, your feature is next. Clone Mediums, your feature is next. Halfway this time. Laps are winding down. Chavis stretched the lead out. Coming to 2 laps to go for Braden Chavis. Looking good out front. Closest battle is for fifth. Can John Hensley hang on to the top 5? He's got the 99 of Grayson Adderley behind him, but out front, 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway, looking good out of Hepzibah, Georgia. The 94X, Braden Chavis, your Pro Junior 2 winner. Raylan Morris second, and the 100 of Declan Willis grabs third. Congratulations, Braden Chavis, win number 2 on the day. All right, the horn has sounded. The timer has started. Clone Mediums, your feature is next. Clone Mediums, we need all 21 of you to the starting grid, please. All 21 of you need to be laid down on the starting grid for your feature event, Clone Mediums. Once again, Clone Medium drivers, you're on the clock. Y'all need to be in stage, and please, Clone Mediums. right, last final call, Clone Mediums. Last final call, Clone Mediums. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. All right, here we go. Clone Medium starting out front, the 100 of Bryson Murray, the 811 of Chase Williamson starting second. Cole Johnson, the 33J, starting third. Starting fourth will be the 151 of Bradley Carter. Starting fifth, the 9 of Daniel Armstrong. Starting sixth, the 96 of Ryan Joyner. Starting seventh, the 03 of Doug Stearley. The eighth starter will be the number 48 of Jamie Knopf. The ninth place starter will be the 92 of Adam Stevens. Or Stephen Adams, excuse me. Starting 10th will be the Timothy Holmes, the 40 machine. 04 of Chase Coven starting 11th. Starting 12th, the 24 of Justin McDonald. Mikey Kaiser 0 will be starting 13th. Daniel Simmons 06 starting 14th. Chris Cook, the 59, starting 15th. Tommy Botter 119 starting 6th. Tyler Blazak, the 7X, will be starting 17th. Blake Wynn, the 99, will be starting 18th. Chad Glover, the 00, will be starting 19th. Mr. Dangerous, Jared Pike, the 135P, will be starting 20th. And starting scratch on the field, the 73 out of Tanner Moss of Mumford, Tennessee. All right, here we go. 15 laps. Bryson Murray, Chase Williamson, and Cole Johnson, your top three. Bradley Carter, Daniel Armstrong, fourth and fifth. Here we go. Coming to green. Clone Mediums. Here we go. We're underway. Single file through the most of the field. Battling further on in the back, but everybody else out front looking good. One lap complete. Here comes the number 9 of Daniel Armstrong, and that's going to leave Bradley Carter out of the groove and out of the top 5. Trying to force his way down. Oh, he does force his way down. Black flag to the 151 of Carter for shoving down. Here comes your battle for the lead. The 811 of Chase Williamson goes out front. So put Chase Williamson out front. Bryson Murray back to second. Bradley Carter. Oh, look at them. They're hitting on the back straightaway. Look out over in the pits. Chase Williamson out front. Bryson Murray in second. How about Ryan Joyner? He's made his way up to third. Daniel Armstrong in fourth. How about Jamie Knopf? He snuck his way into the top 5 in that black and red 48. Once again, in the pits, Clone Super Heavies, you're next. Clone Super Heavies, y'all are next. Here comes your battle for second. Ryan Joyner moves into that second spot. Here comes the number 9 of Daniel Armstrong as well. So your pole sitter, Bryson Murray's, fell all the way back to fourth. Chase Williamson way out front. 5 laps to go. Coming to 4. Once again, Clone Super Heavies, you're needing staging. Clone Super Heavies. Chase Williamson way out front. 3 laps to go. Two to go. This time by for the 811 of Chase Williamson. White flag will wave one more time around for the 811. Daniel Armstrong looking to get second spot. He's on the back bumper of Joyner. He looks to the inside, but out front, your winner out of Lake City, South Carolina, Chase Williamson in the 811. Side by side for that second spot between Daniel Armstrong and Ryan Joyner. So congratulations once again, Chase Williamson picking up the win. Daniel Armstrong ended up getting that second spot, with Ryan Joyner finishing third. Air horn has sounded, timer has started for Clone Super Heavy drivers. Clone Super Heavies, your feature is up next, drivers. Clone Super Heavies. You're on the timer. Once again, Clone Super Heavies, your $500 to win feature event coming up next. Clone Super Heavies, it's your last call. Timer is ticking. All right, once again, last and final call, Clone Super Heavies. So once again, Clone Super Heavies timer is almost out on y'all. Clone Super Heavies, almost y'all's time. So once again, 30 seconds, Clone Super Heavies, 30 seconds. And it will be time for your feature. Schedule start out front out of Irwin, North Carolina. Be the 705-130 of Dwayne Wade. Behind him out of Lawsonville, North Carolina, 29 of Donnie Null. Starting third out of Inman, South Carolina, the 18 of Brad Scruggs. Starting fourth out of Aiken, South Carolina, the 45J of Joey Bauman. Starting fifth out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, the 7 of Ryan Heebner. Starting sixth out of Florence, South Carolina, of Jerry Mullis. Starting seventh out of Greer, South Carolina, Logan Tucker. Starting eighth out of Bloomingdale, Georgia, Robert Dykemper. Starting ninth out of Blackburg, South Carolina, of Joseph Mint. Starting 10th out of Emporia, Virginia, of Monk Newsom. Starting 11th out of McAllister, Pennsylvania, Dylan Feltman. Starting 12th, the number 15, Mitchell Bridges out of Millington, Tennessee. Starting 13th out of Simmis, Alabama, is Jared Beasley, the 850 ride. Starting 14th out of Huntsville, Alabama, is Channing Ballou in the 26. Starting 15th out of Woodruff, South Carolina, the 31 of Mike Melton. Starting 16th out of Chesterfield, South Carolina, the 43 of Kyle Rivers. Starting 17th out of Walterboro, South Carolina, the 58C of Caleb Strobel. Starting 18th out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, 32 of Justin Lamb. Starting 19th out of Darlington, South Carolina, 12 of Jacob Weatherford, and the 14T out of Knoxville, Tennessee is Jerry Townsend. So scheduled to have 20 starters. All right, here we go, coming to green next time by. Junior 3 warm-ups, you are up next. Junior 3 warm-up drivers, your feature is up next. Junior 3 warm-ups. All right, as you'll notice on our flag stand, we got a special little starter. This is Mr. Colt. He's been helping us out today. I believe he's going to wave the green flag on this, and Dwayne Wade. Here we go. Go wave that green flag, Colt. Here we go. Good job, Colt, as we are green and underway. .45 ride Joey Bauman. He'll slip back a spot or two as here comes the 67 of Jeremy Mullis. He started 6th. He's up to 4th. Excuse me, that is Jerry Mullis in the 67. Dwayne Wade out front. He's done one of these features, looking for 2. Here comes the 29 of Donnie Nall, right on his back bumper. Donnie Nall closed in for just a bit, but he's riding right there right now, maybe waiting. In that 3rd spot, it's the 18 of Brad Scruggs. Jerry Mullis in the 4th spot as we got a caution. We got one halted in a bad spot there in turn 4 as that was the 24 ride, I believe that's maybe Logan Tucker. Started up in the 7th spot, but he'll have to go, of course, to the tail after that spin. So just a couple laps in this one, and we've already lost a handful of drivers. All right, trying to get everything straightened away here. 94 there of Monk Newsom pulling a Sterling Marlin, making some adjustments under caution. So we'll send him to the rear. But out front, once again, is still Dwayne Wade. Donnie Nall in that 29, the 18 of Brad Scruggs, 67 of Jerry Mullis, and the 7 of Ryan Heavner. Here we go. Single file out front, 24, your caution machine there. Logan Tucker trying to move back up. Once again, Junior 3 warm-ups, Junior 3 warm-ups. Donnie Nall, he's looking to close up once more on the back bumper of Dwayne Wade. Here he comes to the inside. Goes Donnie Nall. Put Donnie Nall to the lead. 29 right. Donnie Nall out front leading the charge now. Dwayne Wade now has to regroup. Halfway. Donnie Nall, he is looking to set sail too. Looking strong out front. Got the 58, Caleb Strobel making a move there towards the back. And we're coming to 5 laps to go for the 29 of Donnie Nall. Here comes the 24 once again back there. Logan Tucker making a move outside the top 5. Donnie Nall looking good out front. Two laps to go for Donnie Nall. White flag, 1 lap to go for Donnie Nall. Down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 out of Lawsonville, North Carolina. Donnie Nall, your Clone Super Heavy winner. Dwayne Wade in that second spot with the 18 of Brad Scruggs ending up third. Congratulations. Donnie Nall picks up the $500 feature win in Clone Super Heavies. All right. Junior 3 warm-ups, y'all are on the clock. Junior 3 warm-ups, y'all are on the clock for your feature event. You'll need to be over the stage and get those carts out onto the ground there and lined up where you needs to be, please, young drivers. Junior 3 warm-ups, y'all are up next. Once again, Junior 3 warm-ups, guys. Y'all are up next. Junior 3 warm-ups. Y'all are up next. All right, here we go. Junior 3 warm-ups out onto the track. Junior 1 warm-ups, y'all are up next. Junior 1 warm-ups, your feature is up next. Starting out front, the 89 out of Elon, North Carolina of Raylan Morris. Behind him out of Copper Hill, Virginia, the 801 of Grayson Underwood starting second. Starting third out of South Boston, Virginia, Declan Willis in the number 100. Starting fourth in the 151 out of Florence, South Carolina. That's a little Cowboy Carter. Starting fifth out of Greenville, South Carolina, 03K of Kai Keefe. Starting sixth out of Baldwin, Georgia, the 94 of Hudson Barrett. Starting seventh out of Ainer, South Carolina, this is 22 of Clay Bellamy. Starting eighth out of McGee, Mississippi, that's Brother Lewis. Starting ninth out of Hammond, Louisiana, of Tucker Polzak in the 15. Starting 10th out of Woodworth, Louisiana, the 21C of Colin Stewart. Starting 11th out of Watertown, New York, is Grayson Adderley in the 99. And starting scratch, schedule B, number 24 out of Matthews, South Carolina, of Dylan Wise. And there he is. Looks like we got all 12 drivers out on the track. Once again, Junior 1 warm-ups. Your feature's next. Junior 1 warm-ups. Y'all are next. Once again, don't forget, if you are done racing for the evening, turn in those transponders at the table at the registration booth. So, and also, don't forget, you must have your transponder on your cart for the feature, please. Once again, make sure transponders are on those carts. How we'll keep track of you out here. We're going to come to green next time by. Flagden gives them 1 to go. I'd like to thank little Colt, who was up here helping us flag. Did a mighty fine job. Coming to green next time by. Raylan Morris. Here we go. Raylan Morris, we've seen him restart second a couple times. He's going to lead them to green here in Junior 3 warm-ups. Here we go. Early moves. Kai Keefe, the black 03. He'll bring a whole slew of them with him as the Cowboy Carter. No word, nothing to do. Cowboy Carter falls all the way back there after starting in the 4th spot. Raylan Morris leads them out front. Here we go, battling for that 3rd spot. Here comes the 94 of Hudson Barrett. He'll move into 4th. Looks like we got an issue there with the 151 of Cowboy Carter. He is off the pace. Raylan Morris still out front. Here comes Hudson Barrett. Hudson Barrett will slide into 3rd. 100 of Declan Willis will have to yield the spot. Kai Keefe's up to 5th. Here comes the 22 of Clay Bellamy. He'll move into the 5th spot. Raylan Morris and Grayson Underwood still 1 and 2. Raylan Morris running a good race out there. halfway that time. 22, Clay Bellamy was looking for more there, unable to do anything with it. Here comes the 94 of Hudson Barrett. To the inside of Grayson Underwood goes Barrett. So put Barrett up to second. 5 laps to go. Does the 94 of Hudson Barrett, does he have anything to run down your leader, Raylan Morris, with? We'll see. 4 laps to go. We'll be coming back to 3. I believe he can catch him. We'll see if he can make a move. Raylan Morris trying to hang on. 3 to go. Here we go, and the 94 is right there on the back bumper of Raylan Morris. Here he comes, looking to the inside and looking for the lead. How about the charge for Hudson Barrett? Coming back to the white flag this time. 1 lap to go for Hudson Barrett. Started in the 6th spot, and he did nothing but move forward. Heartbreak for Raylan Morris, but out front, the Baldwin, Georgia driver, the 94, Hudson Barrett, on the charge to the win here in Junior 3 warm-ups. Raylan Morris second, and the 801 of Grayson Underwood in third. All right, the horn has sounded. Timer has started. Junior 1 warm-up drivers, your feature is up next. Junior 1 warm-up drivers, your feature is up next. Junior 1 warm-up drivers, you're up next, please, for your feature event. We'll need you in staging. Once again, the pits, Junior 1 warm-ups. Y'all are needed in staging, please, drivers. Junior 1 warm-ups. Y'all are needed in staging for your feature event, please. All right, here we go. Junior 1 warm-up scheduled to start out front. Out of Hepzibah, Georgia, the 94 of Braden Chavis. Behind little Braden. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the 22P of Anthony Padula. Out of Hurt, Virginia, the starting third, the number 1 of Addison Barker. Starting fourth out of Janesville, North Carolina, is the 7 of Anderson Brock. Starting fifth out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, is Zane Moore, the number 37 ride. Starting 6th out of Baldwin, Georgia, and the number 100 is Reagan Barrett. Starting 7th out of Alexandria, Louisiana, is Jeremy Couvillon. And starting 8th out of Loudon, Tennessee, is Hagan Green, the number 22. Jeremy Couvillon, I've been corrected. I called it Couvillon earlier. That's just a little bit of the Alabama English coming out in me. But Jeremy Couvillon out of Alexandria, Louisiana. I know exactly where that's at, down there a couple weeks ago working. So he'll try to make his way from the back to the front. Is a little bit spread out there, but here we go. Coming to green. On the gas. Hobby 400s, y'all are next. Hobby 400 drivers, y'all are up next for your feature. Hobby 400s, you're next. Braden Chavis leading the charge out there with Anthony Padula and Addison Barker, second and third. Brock Anderson and Zane Moore, fourth and fifth. Braden Chavis starting to pull away a little bit, battling for that second spot. Or Addison Barker in that number one, trying to get around Anthony Padula for second. Hobby 400 drivers, we need y'all to the grid. Hobby 400 drivers, we need y'all to the grid. Hobby 400 drivers, y'all have had plenty of time. To the grid, please. Braden Chavis opened it up to about a half a straightaway lead over Anthony Padula and Addison Barker. Brock Anderson, that 7, he's joined that second place battle as well. Zane Moore not too far behind. Halfway that time by. Braden Chavis looking good out front, is in the back. The 22 of Hagen Green. Oh, we got one swirled around. Caution is out. So number 30 ride, just talked to him, Jeremy Couvillon. So caution flies there. We'll restack the field, bunch them back up. Definitely not what little Braden wanted. Looking for another win here today. Once again, Hobby 400 drivers, you're up next. Hobby 400 drivers, your feature is up next. The 22 of Hagen Green has halted out on the back straightaway. See if we can get Hagen started back up. And also, look out. Got the 30 of Couvillon back to the rear. So we'll put the 22 of Hagen Green back to where that young driver needs to be. All right, here we go. Braden Chavis, Anthony Padula, Addison Barker, Brock Anderson, Zane Moore. Much better start. Here we go. I mean, look at the speed out of Braden Chavis's machine. Just can get through them turns really good. As you see Anthony Padula with a little bit of a push on that red ride. We're side by side back there for third as the 1 of Addison Barker will fall all the way back to 5th. So put the Brock Anderson machine up to 3rd. Zane Moore to 4th. Here comes Addison Barker in that number 1 ride on the back bumper of Moore for 4th. Trying to make a move. Braden Chavis, look at the speed out of that machine. Battling, here we go for 2nd. A little bit of slicing and dicing. Caution will fly. So caution is out there. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's both of the 22 cars over there of Anthony Padula and Hagen Green, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe we're going to get them checked out over here right quick. So we'll stop the field how they are. All right, here we go. Back green underway. Braden Chavis, Addison Barker, Brock Anderson, and Zane Moore, your top four. Jeremy Couvillon after the early spin up in the fifth. Two laps to go for Braden Chavis. Brock Anderson in second. Addison Barker in third. White flag, 1 lap to go. Here we go. Checkered flag. Braden Chavis, your Junior 1 warm-up feature event winner. Brock Anderson second, and Addison Barker in third. So how about it out of Hepzibah, Georgia, the 94 of Braden Chavis, your winner. All right, Hobby 400 drivers, you're on the timer. You're next, Hobby 400 drivers. You are next, Hobby 400 drivers. Once again, you got about a minute. Hobby 400 drivers, you're not there. You got about a minute. All right, here we go. Starting out front, the 34 of Michelle Gray, the 04 of Joey Bauman, the 20 of Kaylee Richardson, 151 of Stacy Avens, 22R of Colin Richardson, 15 of Caleb Cook, 70 of Brandon McNeil, the 11 of Ace Pulliam, 26X of Ronnie Carroll, 007 of Raymond Harston, 4 of Danny Morris, 22 of Lewis Barnes, the 1 of Tim Haynes, and the 50 of Cotton Lowry. Clone Heavies, you're next. Clone Heavies, you're next. Clone Heavies, your big feature event is next. We need every single one of you, all 28 of you, to the staging lanes. Clone Heavies, you are next. So here we go. We're going to reset your top three here. Michelle Gray in the 34, Joey Bauman in the 04, and the 20 of Kaylee Richardson. Here we go. Coming to green this time by. Hobby 400 feature is underway. Early moves right there. I thought there was going to be an early move. Kaylee Richardson looked to the bottom of Joey Bauman and wasn't able to make the move. Michelle Gray out front. 1, 2, 3. Everybody's single file for the time being. Looking good. Clean and green. Of Kaylee Richardson wanting to make a move, but with these motors like they are, you lose at least a little bit and away you'll go. Clone Heavies, you're needing staging. Clone Heavies, you're needing staging. It looks like the number 70 of Brandon McNeil has moved up into the 5th spot, started 7th. Top three under a blanket, Michelle Gray, Joey Bauman, and Kaylee Richardson. Here comes the number 11 ride of Ace Pulliam. He'll move into the 4th spot. Here we go, battling hot and heavy for the lead. About a little bump draft down the front straightaway. So move. The 04 Joey Bauman to the lead. Kaylee Richardson to second. Michelle Gray back to third. Contact in turns 3 and 4. Contact, and we got debris on the track. Caution is out. And a lot of action happening there in those last couple laps. Not sure what that debris was. May have been an air filter, but we got a little bit of bumping over there in 3 and 4. Look out. Easy, guys. Don't do this under caution. Yep, there we go. Here comes the antics. Caleb Robinson, Colin Robinson, Brandon McNeil. Not happy campers. There they go. Beware in the pits. Everybody watch out in the pits over there. Hey. Uh-oh. Yep. Sunday night SmackDown, and it's only Saturday evening.
Oh, they're going at it, dude. They're going ham. Oh my God.
Well, it took us 12 classes, but everything escalated all at once here. But you know what? That you're going to have that in racing because everybody don't agree. So once we get everything cleared out, then we'll get back going. So a little bit of free entertainment. All right, so after the fireworks and the antics over there, we still got a race to complete here in this Hobby 400 division, and we had a good race too, so. So I believe Joey Baum in that 04 is your leader. Kaylee Richardson in the second spot. 34, Michelle Gray in the third spot. Ace Pulliam in fourth, and the 15, Caleb Cook.
As soon as I saw him whipping,
All right, fireworks on and off the track. Vultures are swirling over there. We're coming to green this time. Joey Ballman will lead us back to the green. Here we go. Joey Ballman, Kaylee Richardson, Michelle Gray, and Ace Pulliam. Your top four under a blanket. Halfway. Here comes the 20 ride of Kaylee Richardson to the inside. Joey Ballman knows it, and he'll have to fall back. Look out, a little bit of almost three wide action there. Give Joey Ballman credit. He hung tough there on the outside, but he's probably going to have to yield one more spot here. He'll fall back to fourth after leading the middle portion of that race. Kaylee Richardson out of Ainer, South Carolina, your new leader. Pole sitter Michelle Gray in second. A little bit of a bump there, and here comes the 11 ride. Started in 8th spot. Ace Pulliam up to second. Here goes the 04 Joey Bauman. He'll get third back away from Michelle Gray. Laps are winding down. Two laps to go here for the Hobby 400 feature. Kaylee Richardson out front. White flag, 1 lap to go. Battling hot and heavy back there for that 5th spot. But out front out of Ainer, South Carolina, Kaylee Richardson, your Hobby 400 winner. Ace Pulliam, a strong run to second with Joey Bauman in third. Congratulations, Kaylee. All right, timer has sounded, horn has sounded, timer has started for the Clone Heavies. So we need all 28 of you, if you plan on racing, to the stage and lanes. Clone Heavies, we need all of you to the stage and lanes, please, at this time. Thank you. Once again, Clone Heavy drivers, you got about a minute and a half. Clone Heavy drivers, you got about a minute and a half, a little bit less. We need all of you on the grid, sat down and ready to go, please, Clone Heavy drivers. All right, you got less than a minute, Clone Heavy drivers. If you are at the grid, sit them down, excuse me. Your cart has to be sat down in order for you to get out onto the track. So you got less than a minute, 45 seconds, Clone Heavy drivers. All right, absolute last and final call. Clone Heavies, absolute last and final call. Clone Heavies, you got 10 seconds. All right, once again, you're turning in a transponder. We need you to turn it in to the registration building where you signed up at this morning and lay it down on the table there. Thank you very much. All right, going to try to run through this lineup rather quickly. Starting out front is the 811 of Chase Williamson. Behind him, the 96 of Ryan Jordan, the 33J of Cole Johnson, the 03 of Doug Steerley, the 92 of Steven Adams, the 100 of Bryson Murray, 151 of Bradley Carter, the 40 of Timothy Holmes, the 48 of Jamie Knopf, the 9 of Daniel Armstrong, the 24 of Justin McDonald, the 87 of Cameron Hopkins, 71 of Lane Rury, 135 of Jared Pike, 28 of Cooper Kidd, 00 Chad Glover, the 11 of Ace Pulliam, 119 of Tommy Botter, the 7X of Tyler Blazak, 56 of Logan Walson, the 0 Mikey Kaiser, 06 of Daniel Simmons, Blake Wynn, the 99, the 04 of Chase Coven, 15B of Noah Barrett, 15 of Mitchell Bridges, 21T of Tim Chastain, and the 84 of Michael Maxfield. In the pits, we need Pro Junior 3s. Pro Junior 3s, you are next. All right, here we go. Green flag, Clone Heavies. Ryan Joyner, a tough start, and he's going to fall back a long ways in that red 96. Out of the groove and going backwards, say goodbye. Chase Williamson, your early leader in that red 811. 33J, Cole Johnson in that second spot. He'll get a bump. Away goes Cole. That is Doug Sturley up to second. Steven Adams in the 92 is up to third. Daniel Armstrong making a move towards the middle of the pack. Here comes the 92 out front, or in that second spot. We're looking for second spot is Steven Adams on the 03 Doug Sturley. There goes the 92. Steven Adams put him up to second spot. Chase Williamson way out front, 10 laps down, 10 to go in this 20-lap affair. $1,000 on the line. Nobody's catching Chase Williamson right now. Steven Adams in that second spot, the black and red ride. He's going to try to run him down. He's got a long ways to go. We got one spinning around in turns 3 and 4. We'll stay green. Got a whole slew of them exiting off the back. They're calling it quits. Chase Williamson on a Saturday drive. We're looking to battle back there for that 5th spot. Here comes the 96 of Ryan Joyner. Remember, he lost all those spots at the start of the race. He's going to make it back up to 4th for the time being. 5 laps to go for Chase Williamson. Here comes the 96. Ryan Joyner, he's up to 3rd. Two laps to go for Chase Williamson. Pro Junior 3s, you're next. Pro Junior 3s, you are next. White flag one more time around for the 811. Checkered flag, the 811 Chase Williamson, your winner. Steven Adams second, and Ryan Joyner rebounds for 3rd. Congratulations out of Lake City, South Carolina, the 811, $1,000 richer. The winner of your Clone Heavy feature event, Chase Williamson. Once again, Pro Junior 3s. Y'all are on the clock. Pro Junior 3s. Also, once again, if you have a transponder done for the night, you turn it in at the place where you signed in this morning, the big white building that says HBM on it. Go in there and just lay it on the table. If you are done for the evening, so you can go ahead and get that done and out of the way. Once again, Pro Junior 3s. Pro Junior 3s, you're next. You need to be getting lined up. Once again, Pro Junior 3s, we need y'all on staging, please. Pro Junior 3s, we need y'all on staging at this time for your feature event. You got 40 seconds, drivers, 40 seconds where we send you. Pro Junior 1s, be getting ready. All right, timer is expired. Here we go. Starting first out of Eli, North Carolina, the 89 will be Raylan Morris. The 801 out of Copper Hill, Virginia is Grayson Underwood. Starting third, the 03K of Kai Keefe out of Greenville, South Carolina. 100 out of South Boston, Virginia, Declan Willis. Starting fifth, the 22 out of Ainer, South Carolina, of Clay Bellamy. The 151 out of Florence, South Carolina, is Little Cowboy Carter. The 7 out of McGee, Mississippi, the Mystery Machine of Brother Lewis. 94 out of Baldwin, Georgia, is Hudson Barnett. The 24 out of Matthews, South Carolina, will be Dylan Wise. 21C out of Woodworth, Louisiana, is Colin Stewart. 99 out of Watertown, New York, is Grayson Adderley. And the 15 out of Hammond, Louisiana, is Tucker Polzak. Pro Junior 1s. Pro Junior 1s, you are next. Pro Junior 1s, you're next. All right, here we go. $500 on the lines for these little drivers. Here we go, green and underway. Looking good so far. Everybody single file, but here goes the battle for the lead, and goodbye, Raylan Morris. Grayson Underwood goes out front, and poor Raylan Morris nowhere to go but backwards. Here comes the 03, Kai Keefe, the black ride with the little white number. He's in second and looking for the lead. Looks like he might get a little bit of help there from that third place ride or not. I believe that's going to be maybe the 100 of Declan Willis. So Grayson Underwood still out front. Declan Willis in second. Here comes the 22. Clay Bellamy up to third. Oh! Big time caution. Big time accident off of turn 4. Look out, everybody. Back her down. So Grayson Underwood still out front. Declan Willis in second. Here comes the 22. Clay Bellamy up to third. Oh! Big time. So it looks like all the drivers are okay. Looks a little bit scary there. So leave your caution machines were Cowboy Carter and the 151 and the 89 of Raylan Morris. So they'll go to the back. We'll get these other two fired up here. The 24 of Dylan Wise, and I believe that might be the 21C of Colin Stewart. So Dylan Wise and Colin Stewart will get their spots back. Once again, Pro Junior 1s, y'all are up next for your feature. Pro Junior 1s, your feature is up next. All right, we got them where they needs to be in their correct order. Like I said, our caution machines was Cowboy Carter and Raylan Morris, the first two that went around. All right, Flagman shows a 1 to go, coming to green next time by. Grayson Underwood, the 801, your leader. Declan Willis in second. Kai Keefe, Clay Bellamy, Brother Lewis, your top 5. Here we go, we're back, green underway. 4 laps down out of 15. Side by side there through 3 and 4 is the 24 Willis fall back. Excuse me, 24 Wise will fall back. Now Kyler Keefe bobbles a little bit and he'll fall from 3rd all the way back to about the 7th spot. How about Brother Lewis and Clay Bellamy? Bellamy's up to 3rd. Brother Lewis is up to 4th. Hudson Barrett up to 5th. Colin Stewart's making a move for 6th spot. He'll take it. He'll bring Cowboy Carter with him. Halfway. 8 down, 7 to go as the battle is heated up. It's on fire for that lead spot. Grayson Underwood full of the 100 of Declan Willis, and there goes Declan to the inside along with Clay Bellamy, but the 801 of Underwood not done yet. He'll move back into 2nd, move Clay Bellamy back to 3rd. Hudson Barrett's made a charge up to 4th. 5 laps to go for these drivers coming back to 4th. Brother Lewis, a little high, wide, and handsome there. He'll hang on to it. Battle for 6. Colin Stewart, Raylan Morris get around Cowboy Carter. How about the 100, though, of Declan Willis? He's rode back there. He started 4th, and he's out front, and he is way out front. Laps are winding down. Two laps to go for Declan Willis. White flag, 1 lap to go for the 100. Into turn 3 and out of turn 4 out of South Boston, Virginia. Declan Willis, your Pro Junior 3 winner, $500. Clay Bellamy, a good strong run in second. Hudson Barrett third. Grayson Underwood and Brother Lewis, your top 5. All right, the horn has sounded. Moving on to the next one, which will be Pro Junior 1s. Pro Junior 1s, your feature is next. You are on the timer. Pro Junior 1 drivers. All right, 1 minute, Pro Junior 1 drivers. 1 minute, Pro Junior 1 drivers. You got less than a minute. Need you on the grid.
I've seen that before too. I'm like, yeah, that's not how that works.
30 seconds, Pro Junior 1s, last final call. 30 seconds, Pro Junior 1s.
That's like my wife watches, it's a show called Minus. It's about
All right, here we go. Pro Junior 1's fixing to roll out here. $500 on the line for these drivers as well. Schedule start out front out of Hurt, Virginia to be the number 1 of Addison Barker. Behind Addison out of Hepzibah, Georgia. He's done won a couple of them. The 94 of Braden Chavis. Starting third out of Mooresville, North Carolina is the 22P of Anthony Padula. Starting fourth out of Moncks Corner, South Carolina, Zane Morey. Starting fifth out of Janesville, North Carolina, the 7 of Brock Anderson. Sixth out of Alexandria, Louisiana, the 30 of Jeremy Couvillon. 22 out of Loudon, Tennessee, Hagan Green. And the 100 out of Baldwin, Georgia, of Reagan Barrett. All right, coming to green. Next time by, we got 7 of the 8 drivers. 500 to win. Hobby 375s, your feature is next. Hobby 375 drivers, your feature is next. Here we go, Addison Barker in that sparkly number 1, green and underway. Barker looking good out front. Braden Chavis bumps Addison, says, I'm here. Anthony Padula in that red ride right there in third, waiting in the wings. Addison Barker, Braden Chavis still leading the charge out front. Brock Anderson up to 4th. Zane Moorer back to 5th. Braden Chavis. Is he waiting or is he going to make the move here? He's looking. Didn't like what he saw, so he'll hold off until right here. He has the momentum, and Braden Chavis goes back to the lead here in another feature event. Braden Chavis out front. Braden Chavis out front. Addison Barker in second, but Addison feeling some pressure from Anthony Padula. There goes Padula. Move Anthony in the red ride up to second. If you have a transponder and you're close to our score tower here, we need you to move, please. If you got a transponder, we need you to move. If you're sitting close to the score tower, please. Caution flag. I believe we got so our caution flag was for the black flag, so roles reversed there, but get that picked up there. Once again, if you have a transponder and you are near the scoring stand here, we need you to move, please. You're interfering. All right, so resetting your field, the 94 of Braden Chavis, 22 of Anthony Padula, 1 of Addison Barker. Back green and underway. Brock Anderson, Zane Moore. Those are your 5 drivers left. Braden Chavis, he is a familiar sight out front. Once again, leads the field. Anthony Padula not wanting to go away in the red ride. Once again, Hobby 375s, your feature is next. Hobby 375s, your feature is next. Two laps to go. Anthony Padula unable to reel in Braden. There'll be a white flag waving, 1 lap to go for Chavis. Into 3 and out of 4, checkered flag, Braden Chavis, your Pro Junior 1 $500 winner. Anthony Padula second, Addison Barker third, Brock Anderson fourth, and Zane Moore fifth. Congratulations, Braden Chavis, picking up another win here at Paradise. All right, horn has honked. Timer has started. Hobby 375s, y'all are on the timer. Hobby 375s, y'all are on the timer. All right, last and final call, Hobby 375s. Last and final call, Hobby 375s. Next up after the Hobby 375s, we'll get into the millionaire classes. Semi-pro millionaires, you'll be after these hobbies. Starting out front, the 34 out of Pikeville, North Carolina, Michelle Gray. Starting second, the 04 of Chase Coven. The 11 of Ace Pulliam starting third. Starting fourth, the 20 of Kaylee Richardson. Starting 15th be the Caleb Cook ride. Or starting the fifth and the 15th will be Caleb Cook. Starting sixth and 07, Roy Hairston. I believe he's going to go to the back. Starting seventh, the 22R, Colin Richardson. Starting eighth, the 70 of Brandon McNeil. Starting ninth, the 007 of Raymond Hurston. Starting 10th, the 26X of Ronnie Carroll. Starting 11th, the 1 of Tim Haynes. Starting 12th, the 4 of Danny Morris. Starting 13th, the 22 of Lewis Barnes. Starting 14th, the 43 of Michael Cola. 15th, the 977 of Jesse Pontello. And the 50 of Jackson Larry. Green and underway here with Hobby 375s. Michelle Gray leads the charge. Michelle Gray still leading the charge. Your top four all under a blanket is a 04, though, of Chase Cavan. Messes up just a little bit. That's going to allow some slicing and dicing. And how about you battling for the lead? Chase Coven, just when I thought he had messed up, makes the move, gets to the lead, move Michelle Gray back to second. Michelle starting to fade. Here comes the 20 of Kaylee Richardson. Remember, Kaylee won in our other hobby race. Here comes the 11 of Ace Pulliam. He'll move into third spot. Excuse me. A little bit of lap traffic, 50 car pulling off the track. Chase Covan is still your leader. Kaylee Richardson in second. Michelle Gray in third. Caution is out. We got one swirled around here in a bad spot off of turn 4. That's the 07. I believe that's going to be Roy Hairston. We'll get Roy back going. Here we go, back green and underway. Chase Covan out front. Kaylee Richardson looking for another win in that white 20 ride there. She goes to the inside. Gives a bump to the 04. Here comes the 34 of Michelle Gray. We're going to stack them up though. Here we go, back and forth, battling for the lead. Michelle Gray back out front. Ace Pulliam in the second spot. A little bit of a bump there for third as the 04 of Chase Covan tries to regain the traction he had. Michelle Gray started on pole, fell back to about fifth spot, now finds ourselves back out front. Laps are winding down. Bumping for the second spot. Here comes Chase Covan to the inside of Ace Pulliam. 3 wide for just a little bit down the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. That is, Michelle Gray loves seeing that because they are falling behind. How about the 26 of Ronnie Carroll up to second, but out front, Michelle Gray sees white flag waving. 1 lap to go. Checkered flag. Michelle Gray wins Hobby 375. So congratulations once again out of Pikeville, North Carolina. The 34, Michelle Gray, picking up the win. All right. Semi-pro millionaires. Y'all have 5 minutes. 5-minute drivers. Y'all have 5 minutes to work your way to staging. 5 minutes. Semi-pro millionaires. 5 minutes, and then we'll send y'all on the track. Semi-pro millionaires. Y'all are up next. All right, so semi-pro drivers, y'all are on the clock for your 20-lap feature, $1,000 to win. So 20-lap feature coming up here in just a few minutes. Once again, Semi-Pro Millionaires, your 20-lap feature is coming up in a little over 2 minutes. 2 minutes, drivers. We need y'all to get to staging. Semi-Pro Millionaires, we need y'all to get to staging, please. All right, here we go. Semi-Pro Millionaires fixing to roll out onto the speedway. We've had plenty of time. All right, schedule start out front out of Conway, South Carolina. Looking for the big $1,000. Will be Timothy Holmes in the 05. Starting second, the 71 out of Pageland, South Carolina, will be Lane Rury. Starting third will be the H7 of Cameron Hopkins. The 11 of Ace Pulliam and Clay Bellamy in the 22B will be the top 5. Starting sixth, the 56 of Logan Walston, the 9 of Jaden Cordell. 22 of Colin Richardson, the 28 of Cooper Kidd, and the 44 of Matt Clifton. He'll be starting 10th. Starting 11th, the 7X of Tyler Blazak. Then it's the 20 of Kaylee Richardson. Starting 13th, the 99 of Blake Wynn, and the 135 of Jared Pike. Starting 15th, the 84C of Michael Maxfield, the 15 of Noah Barrett. Starting 17th, the 59 of Chris Cook, the 18 of starting 18th, the number 1 of Dylan Dove. Starting 19th, the 73 of Tanner Moss, the 21T of Tim Chastain, and the 04 of Chase Covan. Once again, 20 laps, $1,000 on the line. All right, here we go. Semi-pros coming to green next time by 20 laps, $1,000 Pirate Chest Trophy on the line. Remember, 20-lap race. This is a long one. Timothy Holmes. Hadn't seen him much today. He'll lead the charge over Lane Rory and Cameron Hopkins. Here we go. Green flag. First millionaire race underway. Look at Tyler Blazak. He'll make an early move back there for about 8th or 9th with a push from Kaylee Richardson in the 20. Timothy Holmes in that black and white 05 will lead lap number 1 as they're side by side back there about middle ways. Top 5, 6, 7, single file. Jared Pike off the track. Here comes the 22 of Clay Bellamy. He'll move into 4th, and 11 of Ace Pulliam. He'll fall outside the top 5. Timothy Holmes looks good out front. 71 of Lane Rory trying to run him down. Here comes the 22 of Clay Bellamy. He'll move into the 3rd spot. 56, Logan Walston. He's into 4th. They are bumping and banging going into turn 3. They'll sort it out. Clay Bellamy up to 3rd. Logan Walston up to 4th. Jaden Cordell up to 5th. Mega Millionaires, your feature is up next. Mega Millionaires, your feature is up next. Jaden Cordell in that black and white number 9, working on Logan Walston's bumper. He wants 4th. He'll go to the inside. Not able to make the pass there. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. How about him? Second on back, all bundled up there. Lane Rory still second. Clay Bellamy hard charging in that 22. Timothy Holmes on cruise control out front. But definitely not the case. 2nd through 6th there, all bunched up. It's like the 20 of Kaylee Richardson calling it quits. Oh, we got one off of turn 3. We are going to stay green for now. Five laps to go for Timothy Holmes. Still bunched up, second on back. That's where the battle is. Timothy Holmes. Easy out front. Here comes the number 9, Jaden Cordell. He'll get to the inside of Clay Bellamy. He'll move into 3rd. Logan Walston to 4th. Two laps to go out front for Timothy Holmes. White flag, a lap to go for Timothy Holmes. Hard charging Jaden Cordell. He's looking for second. Bumping and banging back there with Logan Walson, but out front, out of Conway, South Carolina, Timothy Holmes, your Semi-Pro Millionaire feature winner. Lane Rory holds on to second. Logan Walston third. Jaden Cordell fourth. Clay Bellamy fifth. How about it? Your Semi-Pro Millionaire winner, Timothy Holmes in the 05. All right, timer has sounded, horn has honked for the Mega Millionaires. You all are on the clock, so Mega Millionaire drivers, y'all need to be in staging. So Mega Millionaire drivers, you got less than 2 minutes to be in staging, please. Mega Millionaire drivers, you need to be in staging for your 30-lap feature event. Mega Millionaires, 30 laps. Will be the distance. $2,000 to win for the big Mega Millionaire drivers. Once again, Mega Millionaire drivers, your 30-lap feature event coming up. $30 laps, $2,000 on the line, and that beautiful Pirate Chest trophies for this race, along with all the other millionaire races. So once again, last and final call. Mega Millionaires, you're next. All right, it is time for Mega Millionaires. 30 laps, $2,000 Pirate Chest trophy on the line. You're going to lead them to green out of Lawsonville, North Carolina. Will be the 29 of Donnie Nall. Starting in second out of Lincolnton, North Carolina, the 7 of Ryan Hebner. Starting third out of Irwin, North Carolina, will be Dwayne Wade. Starting fourth out of Aiken, South Carolina, the number 45J of Joey Bauman. Starting fifth out of Inman, South Carolina, will be the 18 of Brad Scruggs. Starting sixth out of Emporia, Virginia, will be the 94 of Monk Newsom. Starting seventh out of McAllister, Pennsylvania, the 06 of Dylan Feltman. Starting eighth out of Florence, South Carolina, 67 of Jerry Mullis. Starting ninth out of Blacksburg, South Carolina, the 145 is of Joseph Mintz. Starting 10th out of Greer, South Carolina, 24 of Logan Tucker. Starting 11th out of Walterboro, South Carolina, is Caleb Strobel, the 58C ride. Starting 12th out of Semmes, Alabama, is the 850 of Jared Beasley. Starting 13th out of Huntsville, Alabama, the 26 of Shannon Ballou. Starting 14th out of Bloomingdale, Georgia, the 48 of Robert Dykemper. Starting 15th out of Millington, Tennessee, will be the 15 of Mitchell Bridges. Starting 16th out of Woodruff, South Carolina, the 31 of Mike Melton. Starting 17th out of Darlington, South Carolina, the 12 of Jacob Weatherford. Starting 18th out of Knoxville, Tennessee, the 11 of Jerry Townsend. Starting 19th in the 43 out of Chesterfield, South Carolina, is Kyle Rivers. And starting 20th in the 32 out of Rock Hill, South Carolina, is Justin Lamb. So that is your 20 starters, 30 laps. Once again, Donnie Nall is going to lead them to green. All right, I believe we're going to come to green next time by. All right. All right, here we go. Green flag will not fly. All right, going to try it again when we want a better start for this Mega Millionaire feature event. Mini Millionaires, you're next. Mini Millionaires, your feature is next. So here we go. Looking a whole lot better. Much, much better. Beautiful start into 3 out of 4. Here we go. Green flag. Early advantage being took by Dwayne Wade as Ryan Hefner. He'll fall way back as he gets outside the groove. How about the gaggle going into 1 and 2 there, bumping and banging, slicing and dicing. Donnie Nall out front with Dwayne Wade in second. Brad Scruggs in the 3rd spot. Monk Newsom is in 4th with the 67 of Jerry Mullis in the 5th. Remember, this is a long 30-lap feature event as we got the 12 there of Jacob Weatherford with issues. He'll keep it on the track. Mitchell Bridges making a move further in the back. Donnie Nall out front still leads the charge. Battling hot and heavy. Here comes the 18. Brad Scruggs, he moves into second around Dwayne Wade. Monk Newsom, that 94, he's under attack from Jerry Mullis. Jerry in the black 67. There goes Jerry to the inside, so put Jerry Mullis up to 4th. Donnie Nall looking good out front. Dwayne Wade trying to charge back. He's in the 3rd spot. Looks like the 7 ride. I believe that's going to be Ryan Hefner, who started second. He takes it off the speedway. Jerry Mullis, that black 67, he's been on the move since the start of the race, up to 4th, looking for more. Donnie Nall in that 29 looking good out front. Jerry Mullis Up to third, halfway though out front for Donnie Nall. 15 down, 15 to go in this 30-lap feature. Donnie Nall, Brad Scruggs, Jerry Mullis, Mont Newsom, and Dwayne Wade. Your top five, 67. Jerry Mullis looking for second. Looks like we got some lap machines, but they do a very good job of getting off the track. So clean track ahead for Donnie Nall. Field has dwindled down to about half. As we are coming upon lap 20. Not going to be many left at the end of this one, so Donnie Nall's got it easy out front as long as they can stay green. Brad Scruggs still in second. Jerry Mullis in that third spot. Both of those black rods. Here comes Jerry Mullis to the inside. Scruggs sees it. Jerry Mullis moves into the second position. So Jerry Mullis started all the way back in 8th. He's up to second. Donnie Nall, he wants it to go clean and green, but I guarantee that the 67 of Mullis, he wants a caution. The few cars we have, I don't know if he's going to get it, so he's going to have to keep digging. Right outside the top 5 is the 45 machine. Joey Bauman, 6th. Five laps to go. We got 2 more lappers pulling off. Clean and green ahead of Donnie Nall. Two laps to go for Donnie Nall. White flag this time, one more time around for the North Carolina driver. Has led it from the start of the event. Clean and green out front into turn 3 and out of turn 4. Lawsonville, North Carolina's Donnie Hall picks up the Mega Millionaire feature event. Jerry Mullis in second. Brad Scruggs in third. Mont Newsom in fourth. And Dwayne Wade in fifth. So how about him on the front straightaway? Y'all give him a hand. Donnie Nall, your Mega Millionaire feature winner. All right, timer has started for the Mini Millionaires. So drivers, or just a few of you, we need y'all on stage and ready to go, please. Mini Millionaires, you're up next for your 20-lap feature. Jeremy Couvillon. All right, here we go. 20 lap, $500 to win mini millionaire feature event. Fixing to roll here, starting out front out of Hurt, Virginia. That is the number 1 of Addison Barker. Behind Addison, starting second out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the 22P of Anthony Padula. Starting third out of Jamesville, North Carolina, be the 7 of Brock Anderson. Starting fourth out of Monk's Corner, South Carolina, is the 37 of Zane Moorer. Starting fifth out of Loudon, Tennessee, is the 22 of Hagan Green. And starting sixth, I believe will not make it, out of Alexandria, Louisiana, Jeremy Couvillon. So we're going to have 5 drivers duking it out, 20 laps, $500 to win. Junior Pro Millionaire, your 20-lap feature is up next. Junior Pro Millionaire, your 20-lap feature is next. So here we go. Addison Barker in that number 1 ride, going to lead them to green. Here we go. Mini Millionaires, green and underway. Addison Barker out front with a bumper full of Anthony Padula in the red ride. Addison Barker leads lap 1. Addison Barker pulls away a little bit. Anthony Padula going to try to reel back with Brock Anderson there in third. Zane Moore with a little bit of issues there on the front straightaway. He straightens it up. He'll stay where he is. Hagan Green behind him. The 22 of Hagan Green pulls it off the track, so we're left with just 4 drivers. Top 3 kind of all right there together still. Addison Barker, Anthony Padula, and Brock Anderson. Brock Anderson's closing in a little bit on Anthony Padula in the black 7, the red 22. Now they both close it in on Addison Barker. Still anybody's race out front. Remember, it's a 20-lap affair, so not even halfway yet. Padula back to the back bumper again of Addison Barker. Brock Anderson right there as well. What are these drivers going to do? All right, 10 laps down, 10 to go for these drivers. Junior Pro Millionaires, your feature is up next. Junior Pro Millionaires, your 20-lap feature is up next. Going to be a little bit of a lap traffic here, but the 37 smartly of Zane Moore pulls it off. So 3 left on the track, are all 3 battling for this lead spot. Anthony Padula still in that second spot with Addison Barker still holding the charge out front. Can they reel Addison back in? Laps are winding down. Five laps to go. We still got a battle for the lead. Somebody's going to have to make a move. Might have to use a bump to get Addison out of the lead. Let's see if Anthony Padula, there's one bump, but not able to move him. Here we go, battling hot and heavy for the lead. Padula looks to the inside, but no momentum. 2 laps to go. Brock Anderson up to second. It might be too little too late. He's going to have to make some charges here. White flag at 1 lap to go. Can Brock Anderson close it in? Don't believe Brock's going to be close enough. Into 3 and out of turn 4. Checkered flag. Addison Barker out of Hurt, Virginia, your feature event winner. Brock Anderson second, Anthony Padula third. Great job by all those drivers. Y'all give a hand to your winner, the number 1 of Addison Barker. All right, timer has sounded. Junior Pro Millionaires, y'all are next. Also, once again, drivers, if you are done racing for the evening, turn in those transponders over at the registration building where you signed in at earlier this morning. So once again, do not bring them up here to the tower. Bring them over to the registration building where you signed in at. Once again, that is if you are done racing, turn in those transponders over there. Just lay them on the table. Junior Pro Millionaires, y'all are on the clock. Y'all need to be getting the staging, please. Junior Pro Millionaires, your 20-lap feature is up next. Y'all need to be getting the staging, please. Once again, Junior Pro Millionaires, you're on the clock. Junior Pro Millionaires, you're on the clock for your feature. Junior Pro Millionaires, you have 1 minute. 1 minute, Junior Pro Millionaires. All right, here we go. Junior Pro Millionaire, 20 laps, $1,000 to win. Starting out front, leading them to green will be the Black 03 out of Greenville, South Carolina of Kai Keith. Starting in second out of Hepzibah, Georgia, 94C of Braden Chavis. He has won just about everything he's been in today, so let's see if he can top it off here in the Junior Pro race. Cowboy Carter, 151 out of Florence, South Carolina, starting third. Out of South Boston, Virginia, Declan Willis will be starting fourth. Starting fifth out of Copper Hill, Virginia, will be the 801 of Grayson Underwood. Starting sixth out of Elon, North Carolina, the 89 of Raylan Morris. Starting seventh out of McGee, Mississippi, the Mystery Machine, the 7 of Brother Lewis. Starting eighth out of Matthew, South Carolina, 24 of Dylan Wise. Starting ninth, the 99 out of Watertown, New York, Grayson Adderley. Starting 10th out of Cordova is the 135 of John Hensley. Starting 11th out of Baldwin, Georgia, the 94 of Hudson Barrett. Starting 12th out of Woodworth, Louisiana, the 21C of Colin Stewart. 13th will be the Hammond, Louisiana driver Tucker Polzek in the 936. And starting last, but not least, out of Phoenix City, the B1. That's little Henry Honeycutt. Here we go. Another big race, 20 laps. We'll do the distance. $1,000 Pirate Chest Trophy on the line. Kai Keefe, slow and steady pace. All right, here we go. Kai Keefe. Once again, if you have a transponder, you are close to the scoring tower. I need you to back away, please. Once again, if you have a transponder close to the scoring tower, we need you to back away. Kai Keefe out front early on, led the first couple of laps. Here comes Braden Chavis in that blue 94, looking to the inside and taking the lead. Braden Chavis out front. Cowboy Carter's up to second. Kai Keefe has fell to third. Grayson Underwood's up to fourth. Declan Willis is back to fifth. There's a 94 of Hudson Barrett moving up a spot. Braden Chavis, like I said, I believe he's won every race he has entered today, trying to stay perfect on the evening, trying to get him another one. Here goes the 03 of Kai Keefe back around Cowboy Carter for the second spot. So Keefe back to second, Carter in third. Grayson Underwood in fourth. Raylan Morris in fifth. Here comes Raylan Morris. He'll move up to fourth. Halfway, 10 down, 10 to go. So Raylan Morris up to fourth. Grayson Underwood back to fifth. Look at Raylan Morris. He wants more. He'll move up to third. So Raylan Morris getting 2 spots in 2 laps. Up to third. Put Cowboy Carter back to fourth. Way out front, 94 of Braden Chavis. Here comes the other 94 of Hudson Barrett making moves further on back. Hudson Barrett now in that 6th spot, gets around Declan Willis. Here comes Raylan Morris. Oh, we got one off of turn 2 over there. We'll stay green. Stay in green. Once again, if you have a transponder near the flag stand, we need you to move, please, please. Braden Chavis still leading the charge. Keefe in second. Here comes Raylan Morris. Had a little bit of momentum, but couldn't do nothing with it. Two laps to go for Braden Chavis. Raylan Morris looking to the inside for second, but still unable to make a move. Out front, 1 lap to go for Chavis. He has been perfect all afternoon, and he will stay perfect. Braden Chavis, your winner, Junior Pro Millionaire, 20 laps and $1,000 richer. Braden Chavis your winner, and I believe Raylan Morris ends up getting that second spot over the 03 Akai Keith. That is what our scoring says. So congratulations, Raylan Morris, from 6th to 2nd there. Congratulations once again to Braden Chaffetz, staying perfect on the evening. All right, the horn has been sounded. The timer has started. Pro Millionaires, last but not least, our final feature of the evening. We need y'all in the staging lanes, please. Pro Millionaires, we need y'all in staging lane for your big feature event. 30 laps, $3,000 to win. Once again, Pro Millionaires, our final feature of the night. Need y'all to stage in right now, please, for your 30-lap affair. You'll be going for $3,000 in the Treasure Chest Trophy. Cole Johnson, you'll lead them to green, sir. Less than a minute, Pro Millionaires. Less than a minute, drivers. We don't want to make it all day and leave one of you. To stage in now, please, drivers. Also, when I say to stage, you'll need your cart on the ground. Cart's on the ground. All right, here we go. Scheduled to start out front. Out of Conway, South Carolina. He'll lead them to green, the 33J of Cole Johnson. Starting second out of Lucama, North Carolina, the 96 of Ryan Joyner. Starting third out of Conway, South Carolina, the 119 of Tommy Botter. Starting fourth out of Conway, South Carolina, with the 05 of Timothy Holmes. Starting fifth out of Trapp, Pennsylvania, the 03 of Doug Sturley. Starting sixth out of Garner, North Carolina, the 92 of Stephen Adams. Starting seventh out of Florence, South Carolina, the 151 of Bradley Carter. And starting eighth out of Lake City, South Carolina, be the 811 of Chase Williamson. Starting ninth out of Lancaster, South Carolina, the 48 of Jamie Knopf. Starting 10th out of Fountain Inn, South Carolina, the 24 of Justin McDonald. Starting 11th out of Roxborough, North Carolina, the 11 of Ace Pulliam. Starting 12th out of Blues Creek, North Carolina, that's 100 of Bryson Murray. Starting 13th out of Spencer, Virginia, that is H7 of Cameron Hopkins. Starting 14th out of Smithfield, Virginia, that is the 99 of Blake Wynn. Starting 15th out of Cummins, Georgia, that's the 00 of Chad Glover. Starting 16th out of Paducah, Kentucky, that's the 56 of Logan Walston. Starting 17th out of Byhalia, Mississippi, that's the 0 of Mikey Kaiser. Starting 18th out of Concord, North Carolina, that's the 9 of Daniel Armstrong. Starting 19th out of Pageland, South Carolina, the 71 of Lane Rory. Starting 20th out of Covington, Louisiana, the 7X of Tyler Blazak. Starting 21st out of Anor, South Carolina, that's the 22 of Colin Richardson. Starting 22nd out of Millington, Tennessee, that's the 15 of Mitchell Bridges. Starting 23rd out of Mooresville, North Carolina, the 31 of Mount Milton. And starting 24th, last but not least, out of Woodruff, South Carolina, the 06 of Daniel Simmons. 24 drivers, 30 laps, $3,000 on the line. Once again, if you're turning in a transponder, take it over to registration where you signed in this morning over at the building. It says HBM on it over there outside of turns 3 and 4. If you're turning in a transponder, please. Thank you. All right. right, here we go. Looking turn 3. Yellow is gone. Green is on. Here we go. Pro Millionaire feature event is underway. Cole Johnson leading the charge. Ryan Joyner, Tommy Botter right behind him. Here comes the 0-3 of Doug Steerley. He'll move into 4th spot around Timothy Holmes. Look at him, almost 3 wide action there for just a second. As the 119 of Tommy Bowder moves into the 2nd spot. A warning being issued for blocking. Cole Johnson out front, but a strong charging 119 of Tommy Botter. There he goes to the inside. Put Tommy Botter up to the lead. Here comes Ryan Joyner up to 2nd. Tommy Botter took the lead 2 laps ago, looking good out front now. He's got Ryan Joyner behind him, your early leader and pole sitter. Cole Johnson in 3rd. Here comes the 8-11. He started 8th. He's up to 4th. That's Chase Williamson. Here comes Chase Williamson up to 3rd. Cole Johnson back to 4th. Doug Sturley up into 5th. Cole Johnson starting to fade. That 33 ride started on pole, but he is in 4th, fixing to probably lose another one here. And there it is. He'll fall to 5th. Battle starting to sizzle up there up front between Tommy Botter and Ryan Joyner. Tommy Botter, Ryan Joyner, and Chase Williamson, your top 3. Chase Williamson all the way from the 8th starting spot up to 3rd. Remember, this is a 30-lap feature event. Long ways to go. All sorts of shuffling and dicing back there. Halfway this time by for Tommy Botter. 15 down, 15 to go. Everybody minding their P's and Q's for the time being. Tommy Bowder, Ryan Joyner, Chase Williamson, 1, 2, 3. Steven Adams in 4th. Cole Johnson in 5th. Your new 2nd place driver, Chase Williamson, he is 8th to 2nd. Going to try to set his sights on Tommy Bowder out front. Ten laps to go for Tommy Bowder. Chase Williamson, I'm telling you, he has been on the move this whole race up to 2nd. He's going to try to reel Tommy in. Laps are winding down, 9 laps to go, but Chase Williamson, he is getting close. Here goes a battle for 5th, a 0-5. Moves into 5th spot, Timothy Holmes. Here we go. Chase Williamson is right there, a couple kart lengths off. 6 laps to go. Tommy Bowder, Chase Williamson, 5 laps to go. Here come. Where does Chase Williamson make his move? What would you do for $3,000? Williamson looking better. 4 to go. Tommy Bowder's run a perfect race all race long, but he has not had the pressure like he has now from Chase Williamson. He knows he's there. He can hear his go-kart. There goes Chase Williamson to the inside. Good pass by Chase Williamson. Move him to the lead with 2 laps to go. And that was about as good as you could have made that pass for Chase Williamson. Did not rough him up, just got under him. White flag, 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway out of Lake City, South Carolina, from 8th starting spot to the win. Checkered flag. Chase Williamson, your winner. How about that? Good job, Chase Williamson. And good sportsmanship. Tommy Bowder gives him a fist bump with Ryan Joyner in 3rd. How about him here on the front straightaway out of Lake City, South Carolina, the 811 of Chase Williamson. Give that man a checkered flag. He deserves it. Take you a victory lap, Chase. Good job, buddy. As he goes by, give him a wave, give him a clap. He deserves it. Drove all the way from 8th starting spot to the win. $3,000 richer, plus one of those Pirate Chest trophies. So congratulations to the 811. Great run by Chase Williamson, picking up the big win.
It's a whole ass racing suit, dude.
So taking the pictures down there, Mr. Blake Hagan. Y'all give it up once again for your winner, the 811 of Chase Williamson.
That's funny, yeah.